Hey guys, it's JC Nichols with Whiskeyjack Ridge Bushcraft. We're going to do a product test here. This is a fish sonar that it's not state of the art, it's not brand new, but a lot of people don't know about it. And to be quite honest, we've kind of tested it, so we know it kicks ass. So we've got, it's called The Start by a company called Beeper. And see right there, it's about the size of a little bit bigger than a tennis ball. And push it up. So there's the weight you got on your line, and you basically just cast it out, and on your tablet or phone, you can see the results. Here we go. There's a nice little eddy out there. Wait for it to get sucked up. As we're waiting, you guys can see that. There we go. Getting information back. So we have 11.7 feet of water. We were discussing earlier that this thing would be great for magnet fishing. It would be great for, you can save all the data and actually make a map of whatever water body that you're fishing in, or magnet fishing, fish fishing. It'll give an alarm when there's a fish in there. We were fishing with it earlier, and I was putting my bait in beside it, and it wasn't registering the bait. There we go. There's the alarms, and it shows the depth at which these fish, they're all different sizes. Large ones at 5.7 feet, 5.2 feet, 7.8 feet, 8 feet, 8'3", 9'3". We've got small schools of fish. Look, they're just popping up like. .9, another big one. The sensitivity of this thing is really something else. And they just keep coming. So, just to test that theory, by the way, we're in a small falls area in, I guess, Irondale. Is this the Irondale River? Yeah, the Irondale River. A place called Furnace Falls. See, we're still chiming out. Averaging around 5.5 feet of depth where these fish are. You see the sensor, it's just eddying it out. On a calmer lake, it would just bob. Go with the wind, I suppose. Still chiming out. Now it's moved over closer to the falls, so it's now in 8.6 feet of water. But the detail of the bottom, you can get more detail if you want. It'll tell you the hardness of the bottom, relatively. Obviously, weeds and organic matter. So now it's drifted over into 7.4 feet. And stop chiming. Oh, there we go, chiming more. And they're in deeper water there. When you remove the sensor from the water, it'll stop the data from coming in and just resumes when you do put it back in. So from there to there, that's where we were getting all chunked out. That's in the deeper water. That's what 11 feet is. See, it's drifted a little bit closer, so that's 6 feet of water. There's maybe 4 feet around here. Yeah, so the company that makes this is called Deeper, and the actual product is called the Start. And it's an upgrade, I believe, from an earlier, a lot like any GPS. They upgrade them. They get faster, more detail. And it's strictly sonar, so the information comes back very quickly. And right there, it's just about in front of us, so that's 3.2 feet of water, 2.6, 0.4, and we're out. And so display tells us we're out of water. Try and get back in the current and get it out a little further. There we are. Almost immediately, 10.2 feet. Now it's starting to hit at 5.5. My partner Lucas, I think, is going to might be going for his fly rod, because there's definitely fish there. Anyway, we just thought it's a pretty nifty little, even Roscoe, he just loves it. It's a nifty little gadget, and pretty indestructible for something that can be tossed out anywhere. And like I said, it can be just, thinking what else you can use this thing for. Ice fishing, absolutely. Drill your own hole. It's got 3 different diameters of how you can get a big, wide kind of, not nearly as direct, not nearly as sensitive, but a wide sonar berth. Or you can narrow it to medium, which is medium overall, or small, which is super accurate, but a very small ping off the bottom. We're 9.9 feet of water. It's drifting into, they seem to be in the running water right now. So I would like to say that those are trout. Small brook trout in here. Beautiful little falls. After these falls up here, there's a lot of beaver downs, and then some big, black, deep, flooded pools of water, which have bass, sunfish, maybe the odd muskie. So yeah, this is us. We're about, see, there it is. Right just off the side of the running water there. Schools of small fish, probably rock bass, just from experience. But it definitely is just something. Nobody's really heard of this thing, and if I see something like this out there, like I was going to say earlier, like magnet fishing. Magnet fishing would be great. You start, you have no luck. You're not finding any scrap. You're not finding anything neat. And then you find one thing, so you can mark that. Mark where you found it, just like on any GPS, and you can slowly make your diameter bigger. Maybe find that number one treasure that you've always wanted. Bragging rights treasure. Yeah, so they seem to be sticking by the running water, just off to the side. Four and a half feet. So they're down by the rocks, right out just beside the running water. Now this device can't catch fish for you. It just shows you where they are. The detail of the bottom is, without going out there with a stick and exploring it myself, I'm gonna give them their honor and just assume that that is accurate. It's not just a treble flat baseline. It's showing organics. Just quickly, I'll show you. It's too shallow right now, but some of the functions that it has. So it's in 3.2 feet of water right now. It's got a basic and a raw setting for its display. Fish depth. You can adjust your if you want an alarm, fish alarm, or depth alarm, night fishing. So you've got basic and raw, and when it switches to raw data, some of the things we've seen on this say that this is a much more accurate portrayal of what's going on down there. Not only for the fish, but for the organic matter and for your... So right there at 1.6 feet, that's where your organics and your weeds are starting. Yeah, and it's in a bit of a hole right there. There's only 2.9 feet of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back in, and I'm going to cast it into running water, just so with the data on, or my partner Luke's gonna, and just so I can show you with the raw data, it shows you a much more accurate portrayal of the fish. It just isn't